All right, we'll open the public hearing at 6 p.m. This is for a conditional use permit, 15 School Street, map 038, lot 025. Anybody like to speak on it?
Sure. I'm sure there was some confusion in the public record. People saw 15 School Street, what was going on, but basically, we don't have an official address for the Little League ball field back here. So, with an effort Matt Johnson's put together, we have 4 different groups that have provided funding for a brand new sign. Those of you who've traveled the region at all, ever been down to Kingfield, it's the same sign that they have in Kingfield that's gonna be put up. And the reason we're here is because it uses LED lighting to do the numbers and all of those things, and we wanted to make sure we got permission to do that based on that, because when the run changes, the LED moves, so it's movement but not fixed. But it's not a flashing thing or any of that. It will be on a separate circuit in a switch. Wes is putting that in. Steve Morrow, BMC guys, I think Quinn is helping and a few others, and Justin Quimby, and whole group effort to get it in. And then it will be on a switch. We'll shut it off when it's not on, and so it won't be lit up 24/7. It'll just be lit up during the ball games. This will provide a nice professional thing. One of the goals that Patty's been working on, and some others, is that we maybe have an opportunity to host some of the regional Little League and those type of games, the Legion games that happen there. Those games happen between now and the 4th of July, which is kind of a quiet time for us. So if we could do something there to win some more of those type of events up this way, it might also be good for helping fill the hotels and the restaurants and those things in the quieter time. So I think it's gonna work out well. There's no cost to the town. Everything's been volunteered and donated, that I understand. Maybe some electrical costs, but I believe Patty and Matt have been working on.
Yeah, I think Sam Cloud's doing electrical work.
Sam Lau's
Sam is,
doing,
yeah,
yeah,
Sam.
sorry, excuse me, Sam Lau. So, yeah, so, anyway, so that's all gonna get done. It's gonna be a separate circuit. There's already a circuit ran out there. We're just gonna get separate circuits. So a little bit of juice off the town hall electric bill, which I think probably won't notice it. So, not gonna be a fanfare, just a regular sign spec, varsity signs. It's about a $5,200 sign we bought. So it's professionally made. Should hold up long term. There'll be some signage around it for the 4 groups that sponsored it, which was Sergeant Family Community Fund, Scout Egan Savings Bank, Ranging Alumni Association, and the fire department. Yeah, so,
Anybody else?
trying to answer any questions.
Any questions? All right, we'll close the public hearing at 6:03. We'll start the regular meeting. Could you please stand for the pledge of allegiance? I pledge allegiance
to the flag of the United States of America, and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Declare quorum and disclose conflict of interest. Any adjustments to the agenda?
No.
Public to speak on non-agenda items. Review minutes of April 9th, 2025 regular meeting. I need a motion to accept those.
Make a motion or accept the meeting minutes from April 9th, 2025.
I need a second.
I'll second.
All in favor? Correspondence?
None.
New business, shoreland zoning permit application 33 Cary Road, map 006, lot 002-009. Need a motion that the application is complete.
That's what we just did.
Oh, you did?
That's
So-
the
so it
size.
was for this- I didn't,
Yeah.
it didn't specify.
Okay.
Oh, okay, well, then I'm done. I have no problem with that.
Sorry about that.
Okay.
Make sure it gets back, that's taxpayers.
I'll make a motion to accept application for 33 Cary Road as complete.
Second,
I'll second that.
all in favor? Continuing business, shoreline site, oh,
Site visit on the
Site visit.
I'm sorry, site visit on, yeah, we'll schedule a site visit on 14th. I got it written right there to show the site.
Yeah, that we talked about it.
So we'll schedule a site walk for that May 14th at 5:30.
Yeah.
5:40, 5:46.
Well, you guys drive, probably you can go. Probably drive, right?
5:55.
All right. Continuing business, shoreline zoning permit application, 31 Copeland Way, map 043, lot 004. Finding of facts, approve or deny application. All right, so I'm gonna read through this as I read it. That will be my motion. Number one, standing. The applicant has standing to present this application as the owner. That's my motion.
I'll second that.
Authority, the planning board has the, oh, all in favor? It's like the first time. Oh, I don't know why. The planning board has the authority to consider this request for expansion of the structure as required by section 38.331 of the Rangeley Town Code. The code enforcement officer made the determination on March 30th, 2025. The applicant's proposed building permit is within the required setback of the normal high water line of the water body Quimby Pond. And so the application has been referred to the planning board. That's my motion.
Second.
All in favor? Number three, in determining whether a practical alternative exists as required by section 38-3-3-1-2 of the Rangeley Town Code, the planning board shall consider the following. A, the lot size. B, the shape of the land. C, the location of other structures on the property and adjacent properties. D, the location of the septic system. E, the existing architectural plan. Based on based on 3AE above, the planning board finds there is or is not a practical alternative to retain the original floor area and volume of the structure within the required setback area. My motion is there is not a practical alternative. That's my motion.
I'll second.
All in favor? Or due to the nature and size of this expansion, the planning board requests that written notice is or is not mailed to the direct abutters of the property as part of consideration for significant adverse impact upon the value and right of quiet possession for surrounding properties. My motion is not mailed.
I'll second.
All in favor? 5, therefore, based on the findings in this worksheet and any conditions listed below, the planning board concludes that the proposed project is or is not eligible for the 30% expansion while remaining within the required shoreline setback area. My motion is eligible for the 30%. Keep going, John.
Second.
All in favor? Conditions, if any. Number 6, determination based upon the preceding findings and conclusions, the application for this project within shoreline zonage is hereby granted. That's my motion.
Second.
All in favor?
Sheets and then Awesome. And demo. Thanks, guys.
Thank you.
Good luck,
gentlemen. Take care. Good luck.
Look,
shoreline zoning permit application 80 Chestnut Lane, map 043 lot 012. I'll redo this. As I do, that'll be my motion. Number one, standing. The applicant has standing to present this application as the owner. That's my motion.
I'll second that.
All in favor? Two, authority. The planning board has the authority to consider this request for replacement of a structure as required by section 38.335 of the Rangeley Town Code. The code enforcement officer made this determination on March 20th, 2025. The applicant's proposed building permit is within the required setback from the normal high water line of the water body of Cookie Pond. We've got to read. I'm gonna rewrite that if you don't mind. And so the application has been referred to the planning board. That's my motion.
I'll second.
All in favor? In determining whether a practical alternative exists as required by section 38-3-3-5-2 of the Rangeley Town Code, the planning board shall consider the following. A, the size of the lot. B, the shape and slope of the land. C, the location of other structures on properties and on adjacent properties. D, the location of the septic system and other on-site source suitable for septic systems. E, the existing architectural plan. F, the potential for soil erosion. G, the type and amount of vegetation to be removed to accomplish the relocation. Based on 3AG above, the planning board finds there is not a practical alternative to retain the original floor structure within the required setback area. That's my motion.
Second.
All in favor? 4, due to the nature and size of the expansion, the planning board requests that written notice is not mailed to the direct abutters of the property as part of the consideration for significant adverse impacts upon the value and right of quiet possession for surrounding properties. That's my motion.
I'll second that.
All in favor? 5, therefore, based on the findings in this worksheet and any conditions listed below, the planning board concludes that the proposed project is eligible for the 30% expansion while remaining within the required shoreline setback area. That's my motion.
Second.
All in favor? Conditions, if any, required to ensure compliance with the above selection sections of the Rangeley Town Code. Determination, based upon the proceedings, findings, and conclusion, the application for this project within shoreline zoning is hereby granted. That's my motion.
I'll second that.
All in favor? Thank you.
Yes, sorry about building permits. Sorry about missing the onsite. I got there at 5 sharp. I was like, oh shoot.
We were a little
I
ahead.
just asked what most normal human beings.
Good night.
Thank you. Shoreline zoning permit application 10 Richardson Street. Map 037 lot 007. Again, I'll read this determination. That will be my motion. Let's give me a second. Standing, the applicant has standing to present this application as the owner. That's my motion.
I'll second.
All in favor? Authority, the planning board has the authority to consider this request for repair or replacement of a structure as required by section 38-3-3-5 of the Rangeley Town Code. The code enforcement officer made this determination on April 2nd, 2025. The applicant proposed building permit is within required setback from the normal high water line of the water body Rangeley Lake. And so the application has been referred to the planning board. That's my motion.
I'll second.
All in favor? 3, in determining whether a practical alternative exists as required by section 38-3-3-5-2 of the Rangeley Town Code, the planning board shall consider the following. A, the size of the lot. B, the shape and slope of the land. C, the location of other structures on the property and on adjacent properties. D, the location of the septic system and any other on-site soil suitable for septic systems. E, yeah,
I was gonna.
We already sent the bill out.
yeah,
I was gonna,
6
I was
months.
about ready to post that on Facebook.
6 months with Kenny Haley. Taking the pen.
See what happens?
See what happens. The existing architectural plan, the potential for soil erosion, G, the type and amount of vegetation to be removed to accomplish the relocation. Based on 3 AG above, the planning board finds there is not a practical alternative to retain the original floor plan area and volume of the structure within the required setbacks area. That's my motion.
I'll second that.
All in favor? 4, due to the nature and size of the expansion, the planning board requests that written permission is not mailed to the direct abutters of the property as part of the consideration for significant adverse impact upon the value and right of quiet possession for surrounding properties. That's my motion.
I'll second that.
All in favor? 5, therefore, based on the findings in this worksheet and any conditions listed below, the planning board concludes that the proposed project is eligible for the 30% expansion while remaining within the required shoreline setback. Is or is not, Rick?
We're not doing any.
He's not doing an
expansion.
expansion, so it's
Very much to go with this not.
So I'm gonna say it is not, even though it is. Is it?
Well,
if you put is down, and we go back in the file someday, and you want to expand, it would say you've already had the expansion rule.
Okay, so is not is my motion.
well, my suggestion would be to write on there that the current permit is within the current envelope.
Right,
That way it's clear. So somebody, some code enforcement officer, long after Breck's retired, I go to try to do something, say, well, we granted you the 30 or you weren't allowed the 30. I'd just rather nothing there.
or
that
better yet,
says-
just cross out 5,
I would just say not applicable,
Right.
just cross out 5.
if you don't mind.
Yep.
Mr. Chairman.
I don't mind. So you want to rewrite that as 5? Yeah.
Just cross it out.
It's not applicable because we're not expanding or we're not discussing footprint, we're keeping the same.
Conditions, if any, required to ensure compliance with the above sections of the Rangeley Town Code.
There is one condition,
Yeah.
and pending completion of the flooding application, floodplain application, which is on our website. Once he finishes that application, then
Did you print me one?
I can print one at the
Yeah.
meeting.
Okay. 6, determination, based upon the preceding findings and conclusions. The application for this project within shoreland zoning is granted with noted conditions. That's my motion.
I'll second that.
You gotta be quick. All in favor? Thank you.
And I apologize, I didn't realize you guys at the site visit.
No, you're
Pretty
fine.
self-explanatory.
Yeah, it was pretty self-explanatory.
Now he's gotta find a jacker. Oh, goodness.
I have a name. I have a name.
Do you?
Yep.
All right,
I'll give it
I
to
hit
you.
you up on that.
John, remind me, I can't remember his last name. John. Town of Rangeley Parks and Rec Department, 15 School Street, map 036, lot 025. I'll read through this, make my motion. Standing, the applicant has standing to present this application as the owner. That's my motion.
I'll second.
All in favor? Authority, the planning board has the authority to consider this application by the proposed use being listed in section 38-6-6 and 38-9-8 of the Rangeley Town Code, specifically in the commercial district. The code enforcement officer has made this determination on March 26, 2025. That's my motion.
Second.
All in favor? 3, in determining the proposed use impact upon the surrounding properties as required by section 38-11-3-1 of the Rangeley Town Code, the planning board shall consider the following. A, the size of the proposed use compared with surrounding uses. B, the impact on scenic vistas. C, the intensity of the proposed use compared to surrounding uses. It's almost the same as 1. D, the potential generation of a nuisance. E, any unusual physical characteristics of the site. F, the use of design characteristics to mitigate effects. Based on 3AF above, the planning board finds the proposed project does not have significant adverse impact upon the value or quiet possession of surrounding properties greater than is usual in the zoning district. Does not is my motion.
Second.
All in favor? This is a new one. It's long. In determining the capacity of municipal or other facilities serving the proposed use as required by section 38-11-3-2 of the Rangeley Town Code, the planning board shall consider the following. A, the ability of traffic movement. B, pedestrian safety. C, capacity of public street network. D, wastewater disposal system. E, water supply system. F, stormwater drainage system. G, fire department's capacity to serve. Based on 4AG above, the planning board finds the proposed project does not create any hazard based upon inadequate facilities. That's my motion.
Second.
All in favor? 5 is obviously not applicable. Conditions, if any, required to ensure compliance with the above sections of the Rangeley Town Code. Conditions may include, but not limited to, street improvements, access restriction, hours of use, buffers, and screening utility improvements, the performance guarantees of off-site improvements, etc. Anything?
Do we want to contact any of the abutters with that sign?
No, we already hit the public hearing.
Okay.
Yeah, that was.
6, determination based upon the preceding findings and conclusion, the conditional use application for this project is hereby granted. That's my motion.
I'll second that.
All in favor? Chris. Draft signs chapter 38-10, discussion is tabled until May 14th. Next meeting is May 14th with one site walk. I need a motion to adjourn.
We'll make that motion to adjourn.
I second it. All in favor? Oh, 6:24, sorry. Thank you.